First off, Ravens versus Chargers. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game. Did you like it? How did you think that the Ravens played? Chargers fans too. How you think your team played? Let's get into it. Coming into this game, I was really worried, mainly because of the fact that the Chargers had a lot to prove in this game. Now, the Chargers had the Harbaugh brothers coming up against each other. You got Dobbins, who spoke out against the Ravens after that playoff game against the Bengals. We all knew he should have got the ball, but okay, you don't have to say it. You know the Ravens don't like you speaking out publicly against them. You don't do it. And he was gone. Now, Dobbins had a pretty good game, but guess what? He went up against the number one defense on the run. Passing defense is getting better. We moved around some people. Washington and Hamilton's up top now. Got rid of Eddie Jackson. Wiggins on the corner. Got Marlon out there. The only time I seen Brandon Stevens was when he got a PI call. Other than that, I think the Ravens defense played great. Lamar went out there and did his thing. He does what Lamar does. That's just what he does. He just goes out there. He did overthrow Zay or who was it? Zay or Bateman, one of them. But I'm going to let him slide, all right? But other than that, Lamar just did what Lamar does. But I'm happy to see that they were doing what works. They ran the ball a bunch of times. We did start off really slow, but when Derrick Henry, before the second half, Derrick Henry came in and he was unstoppable. They couldn't stop him. But I'm glad, they started a little rotation. I wish they would compound on that with Mitchell, but it's okay because Hill is so fast. Like both of them together is just a cheat code. And add Lamar to the mix, and add Zay and Andrews and Bateman sometimes when he can catch, and Likely in there. It's crazy. We have a great team. We just gotta put the pieces where they need to be and call the right plays. That's it. And everybody got to be on point. Now, this wasn't one of the games that we absolutely needed to win. But it was great that they won so we can keep the pressure on the Steelers. And all we have to do is beat the Steelers on the 21st. If we keep winning, beat the Steelers on the 21st, I think if we go back in against the Browns, we're going to beat them too. We got the Eagles pretty good against the run. So as long as we can contain Saquon Barkley, I think we should have a pretty, I ain't going to say easy time, but a pretty decent shot at beating the Eagles next Sunday. And who else we got? We got the Steelers. We got the Steelers again. We got the Browns, Eagles, and we got a bye. And we got another game too. I can't remember. But once we get to the Steelers, we'll have a pretty good idea who's going to win the division. But I mean, this last stretch of games right before the playoffs is mostly when teams start to solidify their identity. And I'm glad we made the changes we need to change. And I'm sure they seen it early on. I know it wasn't the countless people complaining that Eddie Jackson was trash. And Marcus Williams, he probably needed to be set down too. We know he was getting burnt, but I like the changes, and I like to see where I like to go up against the Chiefs now, rather than the first game of the season, or to compare now when we haven't even played them with these adjustments, but. I mean, if they keep playing the way they're playing, they might not even make it to the AFC Championship game. We might not even see them. But I don't even want to think that far. Don't even want to think that far. Focus on the next game, Eagles. But we can get into the numbers from Chargers game next video. All right.